Now, obviously, when I used to do every week, there was going to be a fifth Sunday of the month. And the fifth Sunday month initially, when I started doing the themes in 2016, was called Odd Week. And this kind of video is brand new. This has never been seen before, but it's kind of an odd subject, and I wanted to put this in here. As you know, I live in East Kilbride, have done for all my life, past bar the first year, and I can't remember that because I was a baby. And I live closer now to the East Kilbride railway line than I used to. So I've been involved in getting letters through about developments of the line and piqued my interest, and I always had a slight interest in railways anyway, hence Tom's the Tank Engine being the first one that I actually put up as a kidstructor. But they have been doing some work in 2024, 2025 of a project of £144 million to electrify the East Kilbride line. And it completed, and the first trains ran a regular service on the 14th of December 2025. And I managed to catch the very first train that went into Glasgow. Here is that little vignette, that little mini vlog of my experience. Good morning. It's Sunday, the 14th of December 2025, and I am on my way to East Kilbride train station. Now, I take a train a lot, but this is the first day that the East Kilbride line has a regular service with electric trains, which I thought was an amazing and strange phenomenon. It's a Sunday service. The timetable starts today with the trains. 75% of them will be electric. Hopefully the first one I get is exactly that. I'm not stuck with a diesel, but let's just see what the ride's like. It's just something different. And after £144 million upgrade of the line, hopefully it's ultimately worth it for everybody. Don't know if you can see that, but that's an electric train riding into East Kilbride. Woohoo! So there's a new station that was made as part of this upgrade. Currently shut, so I do need to walk around the out of hours way, which means I'll have to probably get a mobile ticket as well, but here we go, right on. Timed that well. Yes, I'm on the train, and I'm going to ride probably a few stops and then get back. I'm not going to do the full thing. I have bought a ticket to go all the way to Central if I want to. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that this morning just yet, but because I've ridden this line multiple times, I don't necessarily need to ride all the stations. I've stopped up at all of them multiple times as well, so it doesn't have to be something I do this morning. I just wanted the pleasure of riding the first electric train out of the East Kilbride line in regular service. And it's nice and quiet. It's strange just hearing the aircon instead of just the engine. You're so used to that engine sound from the diesel, which you'll still get. The larger 6 carriage ones will be diesels, so you'll still get that for the meantime, but really only in rush hour periods, so most of the time it will be electric, which is interesting. The only thing about the 380s is they do have an interesting gearing up noise when they first start. Maybe we'll hear that as it leaves. But it definitely is a recognisable sound, so that's the only downside of having these trains. They can be a little bit noisy when they pull off. Let's see.
Hairmyres, Busby, Clarkston, Giffnock, Thornley Bank, Pollokshaws West, Crossmalouf and Glasgow Central. The next stop is Hairmyres. Passenger information notices are located throughout this train. Please have your tickets ready for inspection.
I could stop at the new Hairmyres station and walk back. We're just passing the old one now. But I think I'm just going to travel to at least Busby, and then I can get the train that's coming the other way back with only a 2 or 3 minute wait time. Well, that's embarrassing. Looks like the first train to come out of East Kilbride is running late already. It's a minute late in Hay Myers. So there are a few train enthusiasts here on the train. A couple of them filming from the platform at East Kilbride and not going on, but there's some others that have gone on this morning. I was going to get off a Busby, but you know what, I'm just going to go the whole route to Glasgow Central and then take the train back from there. We're talking maybe half an hour longer in my journey time than it would be, so might as well just do that. Because I could have got off here, walked over the bridge, and then off at Busby, walked over the bridge, and then came to the other platform, but I decided, nope, I'm just going to ride the whole journey, see what it feels like. It's a lot smoother, a lot quieter. It you don't get the sound of the 156 revving up, which is interesting on this line. I've been on these trains before, but this is a weird experience going on your regular train line to get to Glasgow, which is electric. It's still an interesting experience. There we are, arrived at Glasgow Central. Interesting fact, it left at 29 minutes past 8, it arrived at 58 minutes past 8, which means it took less than half an hour to get from East Kilbride to Glasgow Central. Now, I don't think that's normally how it's going to work, but it was an intriguing feeling getting into Glasgow in less than half an hour on a train. Usually doesn't happen. It's usually only one method I can get into Glasgow quicker than half an hour, and that's usually a car. But here, I managed to get into a train, which is weird. But yeah, I'm going to take the immediate train back to East Kilbride, and yeah, that's it for this little segment. That was an interesting trip, if I'm honest, and yeah, it's still strange now going on the electric train a month in the East Kilbride line. It's not quite diesel at rush hour. There is, it's just down to capacity for bases. At the weekend, you're more likely to get a diesel at more times, just because of the capacity issues at that point. Plus, they probably have a few more 156s they need to run on the line somewhere, so you do get longer trains at the weekend. But yeah, no, it's nice to have that experience. It'd be nice to have full 380s eventually, class 380s eventually. That would be nice to see. But yeah, that's the East Kilbride line.